Guess any now that the results sat with you guys for a few days, any reflections on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we've seen on the film that just comes down to being cleaner. The smallest things can make the biggest differences, and I think that's where we fell short. Our touches weren't clean. Some of our passes were slow. And moving forward, those are the things that we need to focus on a little bit more. Is sometimes it's not about tactics, sometimes it's not about the effort. It can come down to the smallest things like that, just cleaning up those little mistakes, and I'm sure that'll help our performances.
It seemed like there was I don't know if you can speak to the tactics on this, but I was looking at the passing, and it looked like you guys were not playing out of the back as much as you're accustomed to. Was that something that you went in with that as a goal, or was it, if you can speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, all week we were training. Colorado had a really high line, and we wanted to expose them in behind. So the message during that week of training was definitely, if it's on to looking behind and go over the top, we're going to try to exploit that. Sometimes when you're searching for a win, you're searching for a good result. Playing a little ugly is sometimes going to get it done for you, and I think that was our goal. That was our intention with those long balls. So every opponent is different, and I think that just suited us a little bit more with how they set up with the high line.
Did it feel like it came off?
There were a few times where it could have come off. There was one I know Christian played Jordan, and then it just got stuck in the turf. If that skips and he's with his speed, he's in behind, and so certainly the intentions were there. Maybe just the execution wasn't there.
When you are looking at some of the little things that didn't work out, does it feel repetitive at all as far as the others?
Certainly. I mean, I think when you're searching for goals like we are right now, you start to think that the things that you're doing are wrong, but sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's just like I said, the little things is maybe we're a second too late running into the box, or one touch too much, and the defense gets set. So certainly feels repetitive, but at the same time we need to keep pushing and trying for the same things that we're accustomed to doing well and know that we do well.
You said you're searching for goals. Does it feel like you just need the dam to break? And how do you break that dam? Is it a multi-goal game? Is it a 3-goal game? Like, do you feel like that's what this team needs to just get off the hump?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's our mindset, where we know that once one falls, we'll gain a little bit more confidence, and we're going to be able to find the ball in the back of the net a little bit more. I think also when you look across the league, sometimes it comes down to a little bit of luck as well. A deflection there, just one of those just to get you going, and I think the team will gain a little bit more confidence.
When you said one there, do you mean like a goal in the run of play?
Yeah.
I was looking back at the game, and it seemed like transition was good to a certain point of the field, and then it just kind of didn't go anywhere. What's missing there? Because in transition used to be one of the Sounders' better features, and it seems like this year just hasn't been that.
Yeah, I mean, there's two things that I think of when you ask me that question. Is one, we start seeing the teams coming here, and even at home, they sit back a little bit more. We're playing against teams that are almost 8-9 players deep in their box defending us, and so it's tough to break down any team when they're so low. But another thing is our tempo. When transition moments are on, we need to be quicker. That way they don't get set, and we're able to be either up numbers or even numbers in terms of our attack versus their defense.
This is a international week, obviously. I don't think you guys are missing any players. Is that kind of a weird feeling to be on a team that at times you guys have been missing 7-8 guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have all the players here, but at the same time, we're still missing some due to injury. So,
yeah.
at some sense, it feels like it's still missing a few players. But yeah, I mean, we need all the help we can get in terms of players leaving, and so we're looking forward to this next match, and hopefully everybody can put a good performance to get 3 points.
What is your situation with El Salvador?
Yeah, I mean, I had a long thought. Obviously, it's a tough decision to make, but moving forward for me, I think it was best that I allow someone else to have the opportunity, just because I wasn't fully committed, and I was also just disappointed with the way things are operated over there, and so It's a tough decision, but I think it's the best one for me.
Are you saying that you're not going to be on, or you're detaching yourself from the team?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What frustrations do you have with what's going on there?
Just the way things are ran over there. It's just nothing that I will attest to in detail, but yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there's an appeal that you can make to switch to another international team, and even after you've played some games with that national team. Is that
I don't
something?
believe so.
There's nothing like that. All right,
How
perfect.
do you look at it overall, though? I mean, do you feel that it was, worthwhile to at least experience it and see what it was
Certainly,
like to
it was honestly one of the best experiences I've had. Competing against some really talented players is something every kid dreams about. So definitely not taking it for granted.
Going back to here, Seattle, what's the feel of the group, right? You haven't been able to get that result. What is the feel when it comes to you guys as a unit?
Say it again, sorry.
What's the feel of the group, the vibe? I mean, right, you guys are not getting, you guys are frustrated, but going into this San Jose game, are you guys just excited for the game to get going? Are you guys nervous? What's the vibe?
No, I think, like you said, we're frustrated, but at the same time, we're in a position that we've been before. This team has rallied from tough situations, and I think that's something that everyone will say is the identity of Sounders. When it gets tough, we're going to work our hardest to get out of it, and so we're looking forward to the next match to hopefully prove that.